Thank you very much. We are here in the European Development Days, and we just had a panel on the European security strategy. And I would like to ask you what you think the European security strategy or a security strategy in general should have. What would be the components, in your view, of a security strategy?
First, it's the right time to discuss about a new security strategy of the European Union.
Okay.
Since the new Commission has just come into office and we have decisive development year, 2015, discussing on a new global agenda on sustainable development goals and a new climate agreement.
Okay.
So we advocate for a global approach to security matters. Security does not only mean security in a narrow military sense. Security means also conflict prevention and post-conflict management. So we need a broad approach to security, including the development perspective. Both security and development can create stability and balancing powers in fragile situations.
Okay, thank you very much. I think you're speaking here about the comprehensive approach, but how do you think the comprehensive approach could fit into the security strategy beyond the broad terms and beyond the themes that you have just mentioned? What would that specifically mean in the strategy?
Just to give a few examples, we have to combine the internal perspective of European affairs and policies with the external perspective.
Okay.
For example, in the discussion on a transatlantic trade investment partnership, we have to ask the question, what are the impacts on developing countries? What are our answers for globally, universally sustainable value chain, for example? With respect to refugees, it's not only about migration and how to deal with refugees arriving in Europe. The root question is how to address the people that leave their homes and why are they leaving their homes. So what is our answer, not only as neighboring countries of the African continent, but also for the countries of origin, of transit countries? Can we define a joint strategy of the European Union and the African Union to address the root causes of conflict and of refugees? And the third example is climate change. We have ambitious schedules and targets within the European Union and many member states to climate change, but we have to integrate it in a universal agenda on sustainable development goals, and we have to create a confidence basis with Brazil, with other developing and emerging economies like China, Colombia, Democratic Republic of Congo. They all have to contribute at one level, in a way of global partnership, so we have to jointly address this global challenge of climate change.
Okay, I'm just thinking of the beginning of the strategy we currently have, the 2003 security strategy, that I think in the beginning says Europe has never been so prosperous, free and peaceful. And I think if we ask Europeans right now, do you feel Europe is prosperous? You know, we have the economic crisis. Do you feel Europe is as peaceful as, could be? I think the European perception of this environment is very different from what we saw in 2003. What would you tell Europeans about security? What is the first sentence, the first elements or keywords that you want to see in that security environment description?
Well, security is not a heritage. Security has to be kept up in each generation. Therefore, it's a permanent task for civil societies, not only for politicians, to work hard on the preconditions of security and sustainable development.
Okay, I think that is excellent. We have inherited security, but it is not just inherited, we will have to sustain it. So that's a task for the security strategy.